Our second recipe in the Freezer Meal Workshop is going to be the beef and broccoli stir fry. And so I have pulled out our tools and our groceries. I have a flexible cutting mat, the utility knife, scoop and loop, the garlic press. I'm going to use the quick slice, and I have a 3-cup prep bowl here. And our groceries, we've got a red and yellow bell pepper and onion, Asian seasoning mix here. We need some cornstarch, some garlic, your garlic infused canola oil, about 3 cups of broccoli, which I've already washed. I've already also washed the bell peppers, and we have our cut up sirloin steak. Okay, so our first step is we're just going to cut up the broccoli, and I like just the head part, and you're just going to cut it up with our utility knife here, and you're going to throw it in your Ziploc bag. Okay, now all I'm going to do after I've got these cut up is just put them in my Ziploc bag. And again, we divide our meals into 2 for my family, so I'm going to divide the broccoli into 2 bags. There we go. Okay, next step is the onion. The instructions say to use a veggie wedger. I don't have a veggie wedger, so I'm just going to use my knife, and all you need to do is cut this one into big chunks to put into. My kids don't like onions, so if I leave them in big chunks, it's easier to pick out. Add it to our veggie bags, I should say, into each one. And that's your onion. Okay, so our next step is to prepare our bell peppers. And I'm just going to slice the top off here. I'm going to use the scoop and loop to scoop out the inside, get all the seeds out. You can use both sides. I think I'm going to cut the bell pepper in half. Put it on the top. Rock back and forth. And you've got strips. You can leave them in strips if you want big chunks, or you can cut them in half if you want them a little smaller. Okay, so in my bag I have the broccoli, the onion, and the red and yellow bell pepper all chopped up. And then you just want to seal your bag, and you want to get out as much air as possible. That's essential in your freezer meals, to get as much air out as possible to keep them fresh. And so I have my 2 bags of my veggies ready to go. Okay, so now we're ready to make our marinade. I'm pouring a 1/3 cup of soy sauce into our measuring cup here. I have pulled out a whisk and this measuring cup to help us make our marinade here, but that's a 1/3 cup. So I'm going to pour it into our 3-cup prep bowl here. So we have our soy sauce. We're going to do the Asian seasoning mix. It calls for 3 tablespoons. This is actually a 1/2 tablespoon I have here, so I'm just going to do 6 of these. 1, 6. So that's 3 tablespoons of the Asian seasoning mix. We're going to do a tablespoon of the garlic oil. There's 1 tablespoon of that. We need 2 garlic cloves and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay. I always get little helpers in my kitchen, guys. Okay, ready? You want to whisk?
Yes.
Okay, whisk it around. Thank you. Great job, Connor. It's all done. That's great. Okay, so we're going to add 3 tablespoons of the cornstarch. Wait, hold on. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay. There's 1/2 tablespoon. And there's 3. Now we're going to mix it together. No, sir. Yeah, that's meat. That's steak. Whoop. That's steak, buddy. Okay, there's our marinade. Okay, so I've opened up our bags that we brought to the workshop that has our steak already cut up in it, and I'm going to divide the marinade into both bags because I'm doing 2 servings. If you want to just do 1, put all the marinade in 1 big bag. So we're gonna half and half. Doesn't have to be exact. Try to get it close. And then you're going to get the air out of the bag, and you're going to knead this to get your meat completely covered in the marinade. So after you have it sealed, you're just gonna knead it and get it covered. And that's it. Okay, so the final step in our beef and broccoli stir fry is you're gonna take your bag of your marinating beef and then your bag of your fresh veggies. Put them inside here. Take your instruction sheet inside the second bag here so you'll know what to do on cooking day. And seal it up. And you're ready to go in the freezer.